pick up the responsibility to close up the game later on.
This should be much more in the comfort zone for Monster and Vicious, so hopefully we will see a better performance from them compared to yesterday. Whereas on RSG's side, Ilham wants to make an impact with his debut in the MPL and synergize with RSG to increase their chances of not being eliminated at the end of the season. This is gonna be do or die. One of these teams shall come out on top, and only time shall tell who it shall be.
Will it be RSGMY or will it be Monster Vicious? We shall find out together as we jump into game number 1. Alpha versus Hayabusa in the jungle. Let's talk about early composition so far. Who would have the better early game composition in your own thoughts, Karaguri?
I mean, if you're just going to compare between the jungler, I will say Alpha have an easier time here. But it really depends on what is Khalid bringing into the table, where I don't see jungle invade. And not forgetting high loss from Nova Escobar, just zoning out anybody that have the thought of invading the jungle.
I mean, it's an easy task for Nova Escobar to be able to zone out Storm and dish a good amount of damage as well, making sure Storm doesn't have the capability to open up the map in the early stages. Looking at the bot side, Raf up against Bunny. In terms of emblem, we can see quite differences as well. Raf opted to go for the mystery shop, allowing him to be able to pick up items significantly much more faster than Bunny. But in terms of level, Bunny is quite dominating right now.
That's surprising as well, because Natan should have the slight advantage in lane itself. But here, oh, a beautiful flicker timing from Maima to avoid the Spear of Alpha.
The read by Maima allowing him to save himself from the Spear of Alpha right there. Good initiation by Monster Vicious, noticing the chance to be able to catch Maima off guard, but it wasn't successful.
Now, every time we see a Lui in the Land of Dawn, we got to discuss on how effective the diversion going to be, because some of the user not gonna proc the ultimate that often, and it doesn't lead to the advantages that should be able utilized by the team itself. But currently, we see no aggression from both sides except for the turtle, maybe?
Yeah, first turtle gonna be the point of contention here. Uni already on it, along with both roamers who are not yet level 4. Taunt comes in though, Raging Sandstorm. Spear of Alpha gonna be used, Avatar the Guardian as well. Ilham gonna be the one to secure the turtle away. Taunt gonna use his ultimate in place to try and reset the fight. Actually healing quite a lot with his passive there. And now Zeno has to make the quick escape. RSG continuing the chase, but do they have enough damage? Rippo jumps back in, Ilham dropping low. Somehow, no deaths on either team.
Yeah, I mean, quite surprised to see that no death, no first blood being taken by any of these teams, and RSGMY managing to secure the first turtle of the game, but Storm almost getting taken out by Raf just now. Okay, even Steven so far, both of these teams not managing to grab good control of the game, so we shall see what would it progress into the later stages.
But I'll say that it was a good zoning coming up from RSG Malaysia, not allowing Uni to go in front, but currently...
Ilham! He got stunned inside the tower, just barely got out in time. He wanted to Ogi Shadow kill Martizi, but wasn't successful.
That could have been quite bad for the young jungler of RSGMY, Ilham, but managed to escape death with a Slither of health.
I mean, currently, RSG Malaysia, even though there is still no first blood, but they were still able to pick up the first turtle, still putting them a little bit ahead in terms of the goal. But as the situation as of now, it really depends on who's making the rotation to make the gank first. Because if you compare the power spike, both have the same capability in the early game, whereas we have seen Ilham try to make the first move, was disabled or disrupted by Nova Escobar. But what about Uni? We still haven't seen the jungle invade. We still haven't seen any kill attempt from them.
I mean, just playing it safe, playing it slow could be the idea so far from Monster Vicious, but because they know league game potential is where their strength is at, especially with Nathan finishing up a lot of items. Most likely it's gonna be the Holy Crystal would be the difference maker going up against RSGMY, and RSGMY right now, they are just kind of somewhat mirroring the movement of Monster Vicious, not playing too aggressive so far.
I think Monster Vicious recognize RSG are going to be pretty dangerous in the early game with a Khalid, as well as you don't want to give Snowball over to Hayabusa, so they'd rather play for the mid game, which they're more comfortable in. But now second turtle has just spawned. Glorious Pathway comes out to zone out Maima, chases RSG away. Rippo right now jumps back in with the Raging Sand, flickers to the side to hit two! First blood given to Rippo as he picks up Martisi. The fight is on the way. Revitalize on Novak Kobar, keeping his team topped up, but that's a double kill now for the Khalid as he has no other way of escaping. A beautiful initiation by Rippo.
That is what we call individual skill at its finest. A very good initiation as we take a look at the instant replay.
I mean, it seems like you're going to use a Raging Sandstorm towards the turtle area to give a little bit effect to Uni, but the last minute flicker towards the left side allows him to stun two members of Monster Vicious, which carries more value.
Oh, and there's a fight coming in right here. Nova wants to finish off Ilham. Actually does do so. And just barely gets out, but Maima flickers forward to finish him off as a bit of vengeance. Uni has his eyes on the low Yi, but sees Rippo nearby. Not going to commit to it.
I thought that Monster Vicious could go out right there. I mean, Nova Escobar, after getting that kill, could be survived.
Ooh. Nice flicker timing to dodge the Raging Sandstorm.
Alright, so far, good engagement coming in from both sides. RSGMY just now trying to get the life of Zeno, but were not able to do so. Force out the flicker out of them.
Final slash on two. Uni is in the area, has ult, but not quite close enough. So Maima and Rippo will just recall back to base.
Not gonna do any follow-up, but since we have seen the situation quite stabilized between the two teams, except for the economy where RSG Malaysia is 2k ahead. So we have to kind of look at the goal leader. How's the situation? And currently Bunny is ahead in terms of level and goal lead.
Not surprising so far, I'm guessing, because he does play a good kill out and he is quite dominating in terms of the leading stage. 800 roughly goal differences between Bunny as well as Ruff. In totality, 2.5k good lead for RSGMY.
Ooh, that is a steal right there from Ilham. Avatar Guardian stolen by Martisi, but not. I don't know if he needed to flicker out so desperately there. But a lot of resources wasted by MV. Rippo looking for a chance to engage. Storm gonna get stunned on the side. But looks like neither team wants to full commit here.
I think again and again, I think it's still okay for Monster Vicious. Yes, it's not looking good, but it's the late game where they hand their heads off.
Glorious Pathway comes out. Spear of Alpha catches out Maima. He's already taken out, and Storm gets terrified as well. Passive keeping him alive for a while, but not long enough. Two members taken out from RSG. Monster Vicious should be able to get this turtle for free.
Again and again. Right. Yeah. And the thing is, for Monster Vicious, the early game has never been strong, but starting from the mid game, the transition towards the late game, we've seen Monster Vicious in terms of the team fight is much more executed cleanly. And as of now, in the bottom lane, Bunny.
Well, focusing on Bunny, three-man gank. Rob has to flicker out. Bunny gonna try and finish him off. Not able to. Last hit. Diversion comes in. Ilham gets the retry. Finishes off Ra.
I mean, too bad for Ruff to have gone away right there, but a good initiation or counter initiation by RSGMY, allowing Ilham to get that kill onwards to his hand, and also getting the tier 1 turret on the bot side. So Monster Vicious, the lead that we were mentioning that they were about to get, is immediately eliminated by RSGMY.
Not to mention quite a fast reaction time from RSG Malaysia, especially from Maima, using a division to make a fast rotation towards the bottom side and make sure that Monster Vicious not gonna take the lead that easily.
1.4k goal lead. 8-minute mark.
Guardian kind of wasted. Ruff using his ult to get away from Rippo too, even though Rippo was behind him initially. Storm has to get away from the Glorious Pathway. Avatar Guardian stolen by Martisi. He jumps in, placing duet used by Bunny as Uni is right on top of him and picks him off. Raging Sandstorm from Rippo. Re-engages on Ruff, but he gets stunned, knocked off by the Spear of Alpha, so he cannot continue. And he just barely gets out with that Quicksand Guard. Uni now way too far from the rest of his team, and he gets punished for it.
That was not that good from MV. It looked like it was gonna go well for them, but look at how Rippo managing to just withstand a good amount of damage, using his own set of mechanic of skills, trying to dish out damage, at the same time walks away from Monster Vicious. kudos, I would say, to Uni just now. He stood in the bush for quite some time, being able to get a kill onwards to Bunny just now.
But the price to pay for that kill is quite high. They lost the tier 1 in the mid lane, and we know this is quite crucial for them to actually stop rotation from RSG Malaysia to the top or the bottom side. And this will also in turn allow RSG Malaysia to do jungle event much more easier.
I mean, looking at the position right now, Master Vicious is quite ready to contest this Lord. RCMY is gonna do a bit of more dirty work on the mid side, clearing the minute wave first before poking a little bit onwards to this Lord. So far, no teams are fully committed yet to take the Lord. Bunny is gonna be sent on top to be able to do a good amount of damage on the top side.
Classic Cloud
Yep,
and Loye
Loye
combination to make sure the side lane is always managed properly. But now, Master Vicious starting the Lord, Storm looking for a way in.
Nova is going to be scouting them out for now. This is a risky position. All 5 members of both teams are nearby to start contesting this, and the waves are pushing a little bit more in favor of RSG. So MV, if they take this, they really have to win. Lord going to be taken by Ilham. Does Uni want to engage? No, they'll just back it off.
I mean, I think it's okay for them to give the Lord. It's just only the first Lord. They could defend it before the Lord reaches the inhibitor turret. And also, I'm pretty sure Master Vicious did not want to take that risk because they know again and again, late game potential, Napan just need that Holy Crystal to allow him to evolve even more damage to be given onto RGMY.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm not sure if Bunny intended to follow up on that, but he had BMI to get out, so it's absolutely fine. Zeno and Uni gonna be clearing up the minion wave down here as Nova scouts out that, okay, RSG is quite deep. We have to play it safe.
11-minute marks, 4K goal ahead for RSG Malaysia. They are in prime position to actually take more outer turret from Master Vicious and, if possible, to get at least one inhibitor turret. Yes, they still Holy Defense, but it's gonna be out in 20 seconds.
And so far, what RSGMY is showing is quite good. I mean, 4K good lead, 11-minute mark. They are playing as a team. They are playing with one and another. It's not like one jumping after the other. They are playing really well.
Going in, Ogi Shadow Kill finds her up, not able to do a lot of damage though, and we see Storm and Rippo being carried by the Spirit of Alpha. Here comes the Raging Sandstorm stolen by Martisi in a re-engage. Too much damage, RSG has dived too deep, but here comes the Blazing Duet. Is it gonna do enough damage? No! The Glorious Pathway allowing MV to just run back into base. No casualties on their side, and they trade too.
Oh, that is, again, good by Master Vicious. A good defense, a good capability on how they managed to get Storm as well as Rippo just now. Rippo tried once again that Raging Sandstorm trick, did not pay off. Right now, Master Vicious are aware of that simple Raging Sandstorm trick.
But this is becoming a classic problem for RSG Malaysia. I mean, we see Ilham already started playing aggressive with a quad shadow and then transition into a shadow kill. But the follow-up from RSG Malaysia was a little bit slow. While we see the reaction time from Master Vicious instantly go ahead to share the damages coming in from the shadow kill to allow Raf still in the safe position and in turn allows them to counter-engage.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about the time taken for each team to set up the follow-up up against the initiation being done, you can see quite a good amount of difference. But in all honesty, RSGMY having a new jungler who's not well trained yet in terms of how RSGMY this season plays, they are gonna take some time. They are gonna struggle a little bit. But for now, in terms of economy, they are not struggling at all.
Yeah, they're doing, honestly, not bad at all considering they have a brand new player in their ranks and it's definitely seeming to have better synergy than what we've seen of RSG up until now, to the point that Monster Vicious is actually on the ropes. Kill score is the same, but RSG have gold lead, they have tower lead too.
And now Luminous Slot is up for the grab for both sides, but especially in favor towards RSG Malaysia. But it seems like Monster Vicious want to start things off.
I mean, the Lord Dance has begun with Uni the furthest up front, Zeno just holding the bush.
Lord dropping very low, diversion play, where is it going? Just to distract. Storm gets a taunt on Zeno, Avatar Guardian, Raging Sandstorm comes in, flickers into the back, catches out too! But Rippo melting so fast, Storm already gone as well, as Martisi jumps in, picks up Maima and Ilham, and where did they all go? Martisi! Even jumping forward to get the final hit or wipeout onto RSG as Monster Vicious suddenly defies all expectations. They get the Lord. They're gonna get every tower down mid. Is this GG? They just end here, actually.
Yeah, it's end. It's end. I mean, yes, Towo could be alive in less than 7 seconds, but I don't think it's enough.
Oh no.
Minion wave has spawned. We have Nathan. Immediately, the crystal has been demolished by just one team fight from Monster Vicious.
Once again, proving early game doesn't matter for Monster Vicious. Just one team fight. All they need to turn the tide around and grab that